following game may cause strain to the eyes. If you plan on playing it for an extended time, please take breaks. This game may cause mild eye infections. Also, the upcoming intro was not from the SNES version.
Sometime in the last century, an experimenter in time and space created a bizarre machine, the Chaos Engine. Although primitive, the machine became incredibly powerful and turned against its creator. Its power to corrupt time and matter was out of control. A cloud of chaos descended over the land. Humans and animals were turned into ravenous beasts. Someone must destroy the Chaos Engine before it is too late. 6 soldiers of fortune are available for hire. The gentleman, the thug, the preacher, the brigand, the mercenary, the navvy.
Hey guys, SaxDude26 here and welcome to my next Let's Play. A game from my childhood, a frustrating one at that, ported from the Amiga and the Acorn to the SNES, now being recorded on my new capture card. It's the Chaos Engine, or as people in America probably know it, Soldiers of Fortune, but that's neither here nor there. And boy, one player versus computer, yeah, because no one wants to play this game with me. This is a tough one. And as you saw from the intro, yeah, mutations happening all over the planet and the machine causing all kinds of strife, and we've got our work cut out for us, so time to pick the mercenaries that we're sending into battle. Each have their own strengths and weaknesses, but I like to start with the navvy. He starts off the strongest, and I find the abilities that he gets from the other players, as the game goes on, are the best. He's also the character I'm most familiar with, and alongside him as the computer player I'm going to have the scientist, because he starts with the first aid heal, and being able to switch to that at a moment's notice will help immensely. So, let's get the show on the road and delve into a mutated forest. As we play a top-down shooter.
Pretty much all the controls you need to know are use the directional buttons to move and the B button to shoot.
Okay, my last game was a beat-em-up, and now I'm playing a shooter. This is very diverse for me, isn't it? Considering I'm normally like action, 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 platformer, action, action, action. But yeah. Chaos Engine, game from my childhood. Hard as nails. This is a game that is very tough. And because it works on a password system, there is a limit to just how much I will be able to be lenient on starting and stopping recordings, especially since we only get a password every world, and I don't get one in the middle. So, as soon as I die in the middle of a world, I gotta start that world again. Yeah, so it's a top-down shooter. The scientist is taking all of my money. Thankfully, the money is split off when you go to the upgrade shop at the end of every 2 levels, so it doesn't matter as much. And, yeah. So, mutated machine, mutating the world. Gotta go through mutated levels. There's lots of mutation and DNA corruption all over the place, and matter and nonsense. And yeah, if you don't keep your wits about you, this game can really kick you to the curb. Even in the first world, it's ridiculous. I think the second level of the first world is where I start getting very nervous and have to pretty much be on edge looking at everything and making sure nothing's going to kill me. It also doesn't help that sometimes enemies like to shoot at you and sometimes don't. Okay, power up for the weapon, food to heal myself, and some special powers for the dynamite. Lovely. So yeah, pretty much describe that. Power-ups are for your weapons. You can notice when they're happening when you get more bullets or the bullets change colours. And special power,
which you trigger by using the Y button,
allows you to use special weapons. Like the dynamite. I know they laid one out for us, but I have it equipped as Navi's special ability, so why not use it? It helps. Screen clearers are always good. So are heals, but I don't need them yet. And these things are nodes. There's a counter for them at the top of the screen. Destroy all of them. That disrupts that connection with the Chaos Engine and opens the gates. And at the end of every level, we get analysed on how we did. Opening doors, destroying nodes, collecting keys, collecting gems, destroying enemies, basically a percentage analysis of how you did in the level and how much you did compared to the other player. Sorry if it feels like I'm really stretching for what to talk about. I kinda may have already recorded this and died at the end of the first world. The main problem that causes is because of the password system, you get the password at the end of the first world, and thus since I hadn't got a password, I need to go back through again. This game can mess around with you a lot because of that, and since I'm playing off the actual system, not an emulator, it means I can't set up save states to just resume at the start of the next recording in case something goes horribly wrong. That makes the approach to this far fairer, I find. It also makes things much harder. But in the end, it's very worth it because this is the kind of game I don't want to BS my way through. Putting it lightly. Keys. They do so many weird things, and the player's safe. Thank you for checkpoints. Frogs! So yeah, the yin and yang symbol is a player safe. It is your checkpoint. Once you collect it, if you die, that's where you respawn. If the other player has died, once you collect it, they respawn from that point. And of course, if you game over it, it doesn't matter if they have or haven't. You are the determining factor of a permanent death. And game over, and now you gotta start again, kind of thing. So if I want to, and the scientist dies, I don't have to bring him back, but for now I'll keep him around because he has a heal, and so long as I can switch to that, that's good. Because I'm pretty sure I can't switch to it when he's dead. Yeah, he's doing more weird stuff, dealing with golems and money and keys. This game is very perplexing, it's also very clever, and it's very diverse in the ideas that it throws out there. It's, classic retro gaming at its finest, I think. It's tough, it's fun, it's addictive, and it's a challenge. It is a definite challenge in terms of paying attention, keeping your wits about you, and balancing when to act. It's probably not the kind of game I should be playing. Let's be completely honest, I mean, you've seen how I can sometimes fluff things up by not paying proper attention. And yeah, this is kind of not the game where we want that to happen, because it will be a life or death situation for Navi and the scientist. Okay, player safe there, and please, let's keep going. And I think we're actually coming up to a branching path, which may cause some difficulty later on, but may actually make things a little more bearable. The thing about the branching paths you need to remember is you can see them from each other, and it makes it very clear where they are, but once you pick one path, it will change everything that could have given you access to the other path, and make it a hazard. For example, here is a branching path, past this golem, frog. This key would take us to the upper path, but I want to take the path on the right because it's less hazardous and actually has a lot more food. So if we have to deal with all these bloody frogs, it's actually the better option. And the node's right there. Okay. And as you see there, the key turned into one of the suckery things. I'm being vague, aren't I? Ah, frogs. You're gonna hear me say frogs a lot. It's, they are one of the most threatening things to be in the first world, and I'm not particularly fond of them. They, first aid, there we go. They cause a lot of issues. A lot of issues. I mean, you can tell when they're going to attack you, but they just keep coming no matter how much you shoot them. It's quite an intimidating thing to have thrown at you in the second level of the whole game. But it definitely makes it very clear right off the bat, this game is not going to, you know, cradle you. It is going to challenge you all the way through. And that's what I like about this game is it challenges you, but it's fair about it, I think. It challenges you to pay attention and also to know what you're doing. So long as I don't, you know, walk into something while holding down the special power button, that's good, because
Level complete.
yeah, momentum just keeps going when you're holding down that button, which is kind of annoying. No. Fairly decent percentage for the second level, and first trip to the shop. The money has been split between myself and the scientist, so it could boost the stats, like the skill, health, speed. But I think it's probably better to do complete training. And that way I can also get a weapon power up, and I think I'll get an extra life as well if I can afford it. I can't afford it? Okay. Can I do another? Okay. Health? Thank you. And that's all I can really do, so that's it for the Na'vi. And in the case of the scientist, he's actually doing alright as it is, and in the case that he dies, all of his money goes to me. So for now, I think I'm just gonna leave him as is. Time for rings. Ooh, the rings. They're gimmicky items, they are. And it's also where things get a little more diverse in enemies, because now we're dealing with lizard men. Which, from memory, were in the Amiga CD32 intro of the game, the opening. Which I'm thinking of actually editing in instead of the SNES one, because that one's a lot more descriptive, I think, and describes the plot a little bit better, personally. I mean, that wasn't good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the SNES intro, it's just kind of a bit bland. So I figured I might add in the CD32 intro, and then when I show off the extra stuff like the other characters that I don't use, I might show off the regular intro instead. Also because the, what was it? Pretty sure the Acorn and Amiga version actually has full-on bios for the 6 mercenaries, as opposed to the SNES version, which is just like, we have 6 mercenaries, here they are, title screen. Those shooty things are just irritating. I mean, I could get them with a dynamite, but there's no real point to, because it doesn't open up any part. Thank you, rings. They're gimmicky. And they also sometimes help trigger things like the keys do, which is nifty. You find as this game goes on, even really mediocre and simple items will trigger something to change. Like, for example, blowing up all of those ladybugs at once to turn them all into rings. And there went the preacher. The preacher. I call him the preacher so much because in the original Acorn version, he's called the preacher. But because of the religious connotations, they removed that because people were offended by it in the original release. And that's the case in both the Mega Drive and the SNES versions. The Mega Drive version only having an American release, hence the reason I'm playing the SNES version. Welcome back, scientist. Please don't do anything stupid. I'm still in a mindset where, personally, I really like this version as opposed to the Mega Drive version. Not just because we actually get it in this country, but also because the control feels a lot better. And back when I got my XP and I went, ooh, Soldiers of Fortune, what's that? Ooh, it's Chaos Engine, but with a different name. I didn't play that on the Mega Drive emulator. It felt a bit clunky, and also the music is a lot closer to the original soundtrack than the SNES version, because, I mean, you saw what happened when I LP'd Zorb. That game on the SNES, it had the music down to a T. It really did cover the music from the original version very well. It showed how much the SNES could do audibly. Which is pretty darn awesome. And all of the food for me. And another one. I think this level actually ends in a split path, so I've got to keep my eyes out for all of the nodes, because if I don't get them all, I think it only opens one exit. I have a suspicion a frog's gonna leap at me. Oh, okay. I remember more about this game than I thought. Get the duh. Yeah. Frogs make me nervous. Very, very nervous. I mean, this game does a good job of making really simple creatures very intimidating. I mean, heck, I have moments where those ladybugs terrify me because it's a case of, I'm trying to shoot you, but I can't shoot directly at you, and you just keep coming, and why won't you go away? I'm not doing too bad. I mean, the scientist is still alive, so that's okay, I suppose. Are you pleased with all the money you're getting? Anything behind here? Okay. I always need to check, because there's always something that can open up somewhere, and it's always worth looking in every crooked nanny. Crooked nanny. I keep doing that. Every crook and nanny. Granted, I haven't done that since Rayman Advance, but still. Oh boy. Okay. Play safe. And scientist is actually safe and alive this time. Lovely. Okay, let's do things. What else do we have? More lizards. And a door. There we go. Just one node left. But is it actually one node left? Because I seem to recall usually they just say having to open at least one door. We'll see. And the money's not doing too bad, so if we can double that by the next by the next shop, that would be fantastic. So now that I think about it, I think the creature is actually, again, scientist in this game, Marley. Pay attention. I think the scientist is actually a little bit faster than Navi is, because I'm pretty sure in amongst the whole thing of strength differences and ability differences and such, I'm pretty sure Navi is actually the slowest out of the whole casting. Had to think. There we go. And backtracking to shoot these things.
Special effects first aid. Special activated.
Ugh. Accidentally hit the Y button. That is not what I wanted to do. But I mean, look at how much special power I have. We will be fine. Actually, am I using up the other player's special power? It honestly looked like mine had not decreased at all. It kind of looked like that. I don't know. Things change a little bit for the computer player, so that might actually be the case. Honestly. Oh. You didn't kill the frog, you fool! You doomed us all! Throw that node while we're here. Yep, one exit open, but the node counter is still at 1. So that means it is actually counting 1 for the other exit, which is good. Because, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to take that other exit. Because last time I didn't, and considering there are so many nodes for extra exits, you'd think it would be worth it, so it might be worth actually going through the exit that I've worked so hard to get. Hello, lizard man. Now, because of the fact that I can't afford to end parts even when it's got to 18 minutes because of the password issue, this may make some of the parts of this Let's Play fairly long. If that is the case, I am sorry if it bores you to death, but... Oh well, okay, so that's exit B, that's exit A. That's the one that was already open. Alright, so we're going for exit B this time.
Level complete.
And that means we only have one level left in this whole world. The Rockies. Let's do this. And we're in the secluded little area down here. But we can see where the first node is, so that's already a good... Did you get a power-up, sir? I think he did. I think he pinched my power-up.
Node activated.
Yeah, I think he did. Yep, you can see the ray. Well, there he went. I don't think he had any lives left, actually, come to think of it. Oh! Keys. That's nifty. Can I go down there? Oh, no, that's probably leading over to there. Okay. Makes sense. Just get rid of these ladybugs as well. Go to the top. Now, that door actually there that's actually open, I'm pretty sure is a secret path. Okay, no, this ain't still at 1 left. Keys. Down there, that door there, I'm pretty sure that is actually a path we can go through.
Extra life.
Oh, I got an extra life, lovely. From enough points. Keys and dodging and keys. And a stairway. What's over here though? Yeah, I'm very curious as to what's over here. Let's go this way. Oh. Bomb. Lovely. Always good. Explosives are good in a game like this. There we go. Most of the first aid. A couple of jumps. Oh, that would be from the previous path. Okay. which is a problem because I really like that shortcut there in the door, but can't be helped. Now I'm starting to think if this was actually the worst path to take, because I'm pretty sure we're very close to the exit actually, which I mean is good for video length, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure there was better stuff on the other path. Oh, a node switch! Gotta love the node switches. Rid of these guys to get more points. And I think we are just about at the exit to the first world, which is fantastic. So yeah. Yeah, that's the music we want to hear. I like how the atmospheric music does change. Left, right, right. Yes. Hello. There's the power up that you stole from me. And lovely. Now I have a fully gold shot. Can't shoot that. Ladybugs. And there's the exit.
World complete.
World complete. World 1 is done. Oh, fantastic. So I think I'm gonna leave it here. Next time on Let's Play the Chaos Engine, we'll be starting World 2 after a brief visit to the shop and writing down of passwords. Don't worry, I already have paper in front of me for it. Until then, this has been Saxu26, and I will see you next time.